Nederland, a small mountain town in Colorado, is known for its stunning scenery and tight-knit community. Nestled in the Rocky Mountains, it's a place where everyone knows each other, and the sense of belonging is palpable. The town's charm lies in its simplicity and the warmth of its residents. The Caribou Village Shopping Center was the heart of daily life, a place where friends met, families gathered, and memories were made. It was more than just a collection of stores. It was a community hub where people shared their lives, celebrated milestones, and supported one another. On the morning of October 9, 2025, disaster struck. The tranquility of the early hours was shattered by an unexpected and devastating event. Before dawn, a fire erupted in the south building of the shopping center, sending flames and smoke into the cold mountain air. The blaze quickly grew, fueled by the dry conditions and the wooden structures of the old buildings. Sirens shattered the peace as emergency crews rushed to the scene. Firefighters from neighboring towns joined the effort, their flashing lights piercing the early morning darkness. News of the fire spread quickly. Residents awoke to the smell of smoke and the distant sound of sirens. People hurried out of their homes, still in their pajamas, to witness the unfolding disaster, and the sight of their beloved landmark burning. The flames consumed the building rapidly, leaving little hope for its survival. The shopping center wasn't just a building, it was a symbol of the town's identity. It hosted countless community events, from holiday celebrations to local markets, and was a place where everyone felt at home. Watching it burn was heartbreaking for everyone. The emotional toll was immense, as people stood helplessly, watching a piece of their history and daily life go up in flames. The fire left a scar on both the landscape and the hearts of Nederland's residents. The once vibrant center was now a charred skeleton, a stark reminder of the morning's tragedy. That morning, the town woke not to sunrise, but to destruction. The sky, usually clear and bright, was filled with smoke, casting a somber shadow over the town. In a place where everyone knows each other, the loss felt deeply personal. Neighbors consoled one another, sharing in the collective grief and uncertainty about the future. As flames rose, uncertainty and sadness settled over the community, who could only hope firefighters could save what remained. The resilience of the town would soon be tested, as they faced the daunting task of rebuilding and healing together. The fire spread with terrifying speed through the two-story south building, its flames leaping from window to window, devouring everything in their path. Within minutes, what began as a small blaze had become an uncontrollable inferno, lighting up the night sky and casting an orange glow over the entire neighborhood. The core of the Caribou Village Shopping Center, once a bustling hub of activity, was quickly consumed. The fire raged through the heart of the complex, threatening to spread even further as firefighters rushed to contain it. Flames burst violently through walls and windows, turning vibrant businesses, cafes, boutiques, and family-run shops into blackened, smoldering ruins. The interiors, once filled with laughter and life, were reduced to piles of ash and twisted metal. Firefighters arrived to a scene already overtaken by the blaze, their efforts hampered by the fire's intensity and the sheer scale of destruction. Despite their determination, the flames proved relentless, forcing them to focus on preventing the fire from spreading to nearby homes. The South Building, the town's commercial hub and a symbol of local pride, suffered catastrophic damage. Its roof collapsed, and its walls were left blackened and unstable, a stark reminder of the fire's fury. The loss was more than just physical. It disrupted the rhythm of daily life in Nederland. Business owners, many of whom had built their livelihoods here over decades, lost everything in a single night. Their dreams and hard work were reduced to rubble. Residents lost their gathering place, the center of community events and celebrations. The fire left a void, not just in the landscape, but in the hearts of everyone who called this town home. As daylight broke, the full extent of the devastation became heartbreakingly clear. The heart of the town was now a smoldering skeleton, its familiar landmarks unrecognizable beneath layers of ash and debris. The fire didn't just destroy property, it fractured the community's sense of normalcy and security. Shock and disbelief rippled through the crowd as neighbors comforted one another, struggling to process the loss. The impact rippled through every corner of Nederland. Streets that once bustled with life now stood eerily quiet, lined with closed businesses and the lingering scent of smoke. The flames were finally out, but the damage was done. The town was left to grapple with the enormity of what had been lost. Shock and sorrow filled the air as the community faced a long and uncertain road to recovery. The emotional toll was visible on every face, as people tried to come to terms with the tragedy. Yet, even in the midst of devastation, the spirit of Nederland endured. Neighbors came together to pick up the pieces, offering support, hope, and the first steps toward healing and rebuilding what was lost. Among the hardest hit by the devastating fire was the Wild Bear Nature Center, a cherished cornerstone of the Nederland community for years. This center wasn't just a building, it was a vibrant hub where curiosity and wonder about the natural world flourished. For countless families and children, it was a beloved educational space, a place where young minds could connect with nature, learn about local wildlife, and develop a lifelong respect for the environment. Temporarily housed in the Nederland Shopping Center, the Wild Bear Nature Center was dedicated to teaching about the region's unique ecosystems and the importance of conservation. Its classrooms and exhibits buzzed with activity, inspiring visitors of all ages. The center was also home to ambassador animals, rescued creatures who, unable to return to the wild, became living teachers. These animals played a vital role, captivating children and adults alike, and helping them understand the delicate balance of nature. But when the fire swept through the shopping center, it moved with terrifying speed. Despite the best efforts of staff and first responders, several of these cherished ambassador animals perished in the flames, unable to be saved in time. Their loss was deeply felt, especially by the children who had learned from and loved them. For many, these animals were friends and mentors, sparking a passion for wildlife that would last a lifetime. The tragedy extended far beyond the loss of property. It was the loss of living symbols of the center's mission, creatures who embodied the spirit of education, compassion, and stewardship. Staff and volunteers, who had dedicated countless hours to caring for these animals, were devastated. The entire community mourned with them, coming together in shared grief and support. The deaths of the ambassador animals underscored the fire's irreversible consequences, leaving empty enclosures and a silence where there was once life and learning. Though the center's spirit was wounded, its mission would live on in memory and in the hearts of those it touched. The community's resolve to honor the animals and rebuild was stronger than ever. For Nederland, the loss was a painful reminder of the fire's reach, touching not just buildings, but the very soul of the town. The stories and impact of the ambassador animals would not be forgotten. Memorials and tributes sprang up, honoring their lives and the lessons they shared. Their memory became a somber chapter in the town's history, a reminder of what was lost, but also of the enduring power of community and hope for the future. The fire was a collection of personal tragedies for local business owners. The very nice brewing company, a favorite gathering spot, was reduced to rubble. Tres Gringos, known for its lively atmosphere and Mexican food, was destroyed. Tadasana Mountain Yoga, a peaceful sanctuary, was lost to the flames. The Boulder County Sheriff's Office substation, vital for local safety, was heavily damaged. Each business represented years of hard work and community spirit, now gone. The economic heart of Nederland was severely wounded. Owners and employees faced an uncertain future. These weren't just businesses, they were the soul of the town. The community mourned the loss, knowing its unique character had been forever changed. Amid the devastation, there were glimmers of hope. The Carousel of Happiness, a cherished symbol of joy, was spared thanks to firefighters' efforts. Its survival brought relief and a sense that the town's spirit endured. The B&F Mountain Market, the main grocery store, was also untouched. Had it burned, daily life would have been even more disrupted. The safety of these landmarks provided comfort and stability. Residents could still access food and supplies, crucial in the aftermath. These spared places became beacons of hope. Not all was lost. The community had a foundation to rebuild upon. Even in tragedy, Nederland's heart kept beating. Firefighters responded swiftly and bravely, racing to contain the inferno. Crews from Nederland and nearby towns battled intense flames, risking their safety. Their main goal: stop the fire from spreading to other vital buildings. Residents were asked to conserve water, showing the community's unity. By dawn, firefighters had contained the blaze, saving the carousel and the market. The south building was lost, but greater disaster was averted. Crews worked for hours to extinguish hotspots and ensure safety. Remarkably, no human injuries were reported. The town praised the firefighters' courage and skill. In the midst of loss, gratitude for their heroism was overwhelming. The fire forced residents near the shopping center to evacuate in the middle of the night. Police and emergency workers went door to door, urging families to leave quickly. Many left with only what they could carry, unsure if their homes would survive. Shelters opened for evacuees, who waited anxiously for news. Road closures added to the disruption, but safety came first. By late morning, evacuation orders were lifted, homes were spared. Relief mixed with sorrow as residents returned. The experience was a stark reminder of how close disaster had come. The community's resilience was tested, but they endured together. With the fire out, investigators began searching for answers. The cause wasn't immediately clear, prompting a detailed investigation by the Boulder County Sheriff's Office. Teams sifted through debris, examined electrical systems, and interviewed witnesses. Reports of a possible explosion were being considered. Finding the cause mattered for closure, insurance, and preventing future tragedies. The process would take time, but the community waited patiently. As of now, the cause remains unknown. The investigation continues, with hopes for answers soon. Meanwhile, Nederland focused on healing and supporting one another. The search for truth was just beginning. The fire struck during a period of change and challenge for Nederland. The loss of the Frozen Dead Guy Days festival and other transitions had already tested the town. The recent purchase of the Eldora ski area was a bold move for the future. Now, the fire added another layer of hardship. Yet, Nederland's spirit remained unbroken. Neighbors rallied to support each other. Fundraising began for those affected. The desire to rebuild was strong. Recovery would be long and difficult, but determination ran deep. The fire destroyed buildings, not the bonds of community. In the ashes, unity and hope emerged. Nederland had faced challenges before, and would face this one together. The town's future would be rebuilt, stronger than ever.